This week, the city started telling some migrant families with children they had to leave city-run shelters. That's despite fewer than half the beds currently being used.
CBS 2's Sabrina Franza sat down with the woman running the migrant mission for the city to talk about why this is happening and what happens next.
The state and city have been securing 15,000 beds for asylum seekers, at least until the DNC. But people are being asked to leave regardless of the space being available. Does that make sense?
It makes sense for us because we have that shared plan of 15,000 beds collectively. And we know and anticipate that there will be a higher number of people coming this summer.
The city's deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights explained the city's reason behind the 60-day shelter stay policy.
We have families that will begin to exit or began exiting due to their 60 days being over, but they, like everyone else, can request an extension. And if they're not eligible for a particular extension, they can go back to the landing zone. With their space available, they will be returned to the shelter that they were in originally if they choose to want to stay there and there is room there for them.
Instead of doing that, they're now leaving without a work permit and deciding that either we'll live on the street or we'll figure it out, but we're not going back into the system.
We have not seen any major reports of people living outdoors at this point. I know that that has been kind of swirling around, but I want to reassure you that the city is aware and is really being proactive and trying to understand if that's happening.
The city had extended shelter deadlines for families with children in school. Singles weren't allowed the same exemption. We're told almost 1,000 people have been told to leave city shelters because of the policy already, and only 55 have returned asking for shelter placement again, leaving space, the city says, for migrants they anticipate coming from Texas during the DNC.
So we need to have a cushion of beds available for when people arrive.
Has Texas said anything?
We have gotten some information previously from folks that do see this coming and have heard that it is going to come. Texas has not called us and told us that they're going to do it, but that is, I think those are things that have been discussed and have been flagged.
That's 55% of singles who exited shelter asked to return to shelter again. We asked the city how many family members have been evicted since the 60-day policy happened for them. They said 41 people have been sent back to the landing zone to figure out what their next steps are. We're live in the control room. Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.
All right, Sabrina, thank you.